Everyone is so shocked for the lady that is getting divorced because she's super bored. I'm not surprised at all because I talked to so many women. To me, it was just absolutely normal because I had a
Welcome to Pegasus versus the World, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel. City boy! City boy! Yo, this is about to get wild. Yo, son. All right, so we're checking this out from this TikTok channel, Ramzia. Ramzia underscore. Okay, if you want to follow her for great life advice, female life advice, go ahead. This says divorce, marriage, wife, original sound, South Carolina. Maybe she's from South Carolina. But I saw this title: Divorce, Boring Husband, Divorce After Losing Weight. I don't know if this is about her, she's telling a story or what, but that title is just crazy. But this is a trend that you do see rising just in society in general. And I don't know where this leads to. I don't think it's good, especially when stuff starts going viral. These conversations and people start making it like a normalcy, right? Like it's the norm. Be like, oh, if your man's boring, leave him, which is so ironic because on paper that's what women are asking for. Women are asking for boring men, right? Because what's boring? Discipline, loyalty, provision, right? Right? Because these men with these super yachts and stuff like that, they didn't get that from being fun and this, that. I mean, rock stars and entertainers and movie stars, which are the outliers of society, even the outliers of the wealthy, right? That's totally different than someone who buckled down, was disciplined, focused, you know, all these different things. You got to be disciplined, dedicated, like everything that a woman says she wants in a man, right? That's what boring is. Textbook. I don't want him to cheat on me. I want him to be loyal. It's boring. I mean, it doesn't have to be boring. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you guys get where I'm getting at? Like, I'm not saying being with one person is boring or has to be boring, but on paper, for societal standards, boring, right? It's the same thing when you could have all that ice cream out there in the world. So I just thought this was a crazy title. I don't know if it's crazy take, but I'm willing to bet it's a crazy take. Yo. Anyways, I'm Black Pegasus. If you rock with me, like, share, comment, subscribe. Link in the description of my other channels. And let's go again. I showed her love, so you guys can check her out on TikTok if you would like. Here's her RAMZIA 4 underscores. Is her TikTok. And let's get into this, man. Oh, nice.
everyone is so shocked for the lady that is getting divorced because she's super bored. I'm not surprised at all because I talked to so many women. To me, it was just absolutely normal because I had a coworker, she got divorced because she lost weight. And that was exactly her reason. She said, I lost weight. I don't want to be with the same guy that I've been for 10 years. So, and I don't know. I mean, I didn't react anything. I didn't even know. At that time, I was very young. So she literally got divorced because she lost weight. I know another lady that is recently, I know that she got divorced because her husband was not helping her with the kids. That's it. There was no other reason. He was very big provider, always paid for everything. She was a stay-at-home mom. And getting divorced from a very boring husband is a very good reason, because if a woman is boring, what does men do?
They stay with them. If a woman is boring, they wife them. That's what men do. Men wife boring chicks. A lot of men do. I don't understand what she's saying. Now, you do have these outliers, like let's say a Leonardo DiCaprio that keeps a young 21-year-old on his, arm every 5-6 years. But that's not the mass amount of men, because typically, there's sayings. that like if a women, women who have too much fun, they're for the streets. They're not for you. They're for everyone. That's just the truth. That's kind of pretty common knowledge between men. So I don't know what she's talking about. Now, on this one, I I was gonna say I thought she was trolling, but I think because she has an accent and seems like, it seems authentic. Because like I'm starting to believe these TikToks are just people are trying to get attention and views, and they're making money off TikTok. That's what I'm starting to believe. Because the stuff that I see is so hellacious and audacious on this channel that I refuse to almost believe this is the sentiment amongst the young people and just people in general. Now, there's a lot of things here we could address, but one, breaking up your family because you're bored is insane. That's the dumbest I've ever heard in my life. Someone advocating and saying, yeah, that's fine. If you're bored, leave. I left my husband because he was a great provider. He was loving. He paid for everything, but I got bored. I got bored. He wouldn't help with the kids. Do you know, like, to provide for a full family in this economy, how much work and time it takes? And let's go ahead and give some flowers to the ladies. Do you know how much time it takes to be a full time homemaker and raise kids? It's a lot of work on both sides. But what? Your kids got to a certain age, and now what? What are you going to do? I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. It's blasphemy. Think about that, splitting up the family. So now the man has to take the kids on the weekends. He's already working his ass off. You're going to just take half of his provision, so you'll be all right. You're still going to be mom. But now this just what gives you a little extra time to go to the club and take some random D and figure out that, oh, it's not what you thought it would be. Oh, fun is not relationship. Like having fun, not being boring, isn't a marriage, isn't a relationship. It's just people passing you around. What are we doing? This is crazy work right here. This is the work of the devil, y'all. Yo, this is the work of the devils. Anyways, and this is, hey, man, I don't try to come on this platform and act like I'm perfect. I ain't made mistakes, but I'm just saying from the outsider looking in at this specific case, this is boo boo savage, bruh. This is boo boo.
Very good reason, because if a woman is boring, what does men do?
Keep them.
Men will never tolerate that, because men get bored very quickly. They want a lot of fun, they want this and they want that. So I'm not surprised she's getting divorced from a boring husband. No, because men do it all the time, and men don't even come up here and explain themselves to anybody.
What I think she's conflating men cheating and sleeping around with, like, men don't even, like, women file for divorce 80% of the time, I believe. Hold on. I'm pretty sure, like, there's a, what statistic? Okay, hold on. What's the, oh my God, I can't even talk. What is the statistic of men and women filing divorce? Who files more divorce and at what percentage rate? No time to regurgitate things I've heard on the interwebs. It's like, let's get the actual numbers. Uh, Chat GPT search in the web. But I just, okay. So yeah, I conflated it a little bit, but women, okay, in the United States, women initiate divorce far more often than men. Multiple studies consistently report about 66 to 69%. So if we round up, that's 70%. I was going to say 80 because that's what I had heard online. But, you know, uh, of divorce filings made by women, while men file closer to 30%. So there's a big difference there. Big difference, meaning that men are willing to stay in their boring relationships and boring marriages. And if we're being honest, men have way more to lose in a divorce. Men have way more to lose financially in a divorce. We're just getting to the era of the boss bay where the women have the money, you know? And every now and then you hear a story about, a woman getting the boo boo end of the stick in court. But typically, men get taken to the cleaners. So they don't even have, like, once a man marries you, it's in his best interest to stay married, just financially and business as a business move. So to conflate these things and just say, oh, what will a man do? He'll immediately just leave you for fun is crazy. And I'm like, what kind of men are they dating? This sounds like something I literally said in the outlier category. Maybe a rock and roll artist, a rap artist. So let's say an entertainer in the music field, you know, a actor, a Hollywood actor, you know, a pro athlete, you know. But I think she's conflating just people who are with someone and then they're sleeping around and staying with their main person, but they're still not leaving their main person. That's what's interesting. You see a lot of this stuff, with some of the celebrities nowadays. I don't know. This is I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. This is the craziest shit I've ever heard. If I'm being honest, this is just wild.
Not surprised she's getting divorced from a boring husband. No, because men do it all the time.
They're
And
weird.
men don't even come up here and explain themselves to anybody. They just want to. That's it. They don't want to stay with this woman because she's not putting effort on herself. She's not losing weight. She's boring. They have all kind of excuses in their head. So I'm not surprised at all. I'm not upset with this lady. The people who are writing her comments, hate comments, is the people they got left out because they were effing boring, and that's the reason. So I don't understand. I meet women every day. They have reasons, and I don't feel bad at all. I'm like, go for it, because I don't feel bad for that man at all. No, I don't.
That's crazy.
Everyone is so
You know what's
so shocked for the lady
crazy?
that is.
She's just statistically incorrect, meaning she's lying. She said men do this all the time. And what does the title say? Divorce boring husband. And she's implying that men divorce boring women all the time. And statistically, that is not even true. Men don't even file for divorce at the rate of women. It's not even close if we're being honest. It's 70 versus 30%. Not even 40 or 60 or 45, That's just crazy to me. She's just talking out of her ass. And what's crazy is where that accent, you would believe she's from a country that would be a little more traditional, because typically it sounds like she's from Latin America, but I could be wrong, who knows. But typically Latin folks are just more traditional. They ain't breaking up their families. They're staying together. They're riding for their man, etc. So I don't know. I hope this is a trolling account, because she's doing a good ass job of that. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that right now. A woman will sacrifice her family for her own happiness, bruh. Preach. That shit just saying like, yo, hey, I want to just, and I have a personal story. Um, Man, I don't want to preface it because I don't want it to get back to them like that. But in my family circle, there's a young lady who has like the perfect husband, right? He's not like a Chad in the sense of he's like super tall, but he's good looking, he's fit, has all of his hair, provides, is one of the greatest fathers ever. And she just got bored. And she just was like, "Hey, I want to go on a break. We need a break." And then long story short, she insinuates that she just needs some space from him, but she's sleeping around, going to clubs with her bad influence friends. He has no clue. He's just staying there, raising the children, being like an awesome man, and she's just out there like, "Oh, I just wanted to see how this feels." And in my humble opinion, she's probably going to get back with him, and he's going to get the remains, and they'll probably stay together forever, and he might not ever know what happened, but I know, because you know I know what's going on there, and it sucks, and it's really sad, and he's really cool. And what's funny is I don't really know them like that. It's kind of like I know them at a distance. Ah, man, you see this stuff all the time, dog. It's effed up. And I know it can go both ways. I'm speaking from my point of view because I am a male. What do I look like? Well, speaking from a woman's point of view. But ladies, if y'all want to tap in, go ahead. But I just think this is a really wild take. This is very numb. And I broke up with my ex because he was boring. Sad how people drag other people into their misery and then run once they get the chance to. Don't get married until you've dated for 6+ years. I don't know, man. People are giving all this wild advice. I believe statistically it shows that the most marriages that stay together is when people have the least amount of partners, meaning they either meet each other, both are virgins, or they both have 1 to 3 partners ever in life, and those marriages last the longest. So telling someone they need to date for 6 years and stuff like that, I guess possibly, but a lot of baggage comes with those long relationships and go into the next relationship. So you want to make them count. And that's from a person who had a lot of mishaps in relationships. Anyways, y'all let me know what I got, what I missed. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll holler.
City boy, city boy.